What's up, y'all? It's another video with Press Financials. So this week was a good week. I just wanted to really, touch base on that. This week was a good week. Um, y'all basically seen AMC was up, ended the week up 112%. Even raw cannabis was up 28% through the week. BlackBerry was up 18%. Just little things like that I was looking at. Meme stocks was really, making their little comeback or whatever the case is. But I wanted to really touch base on what it is to be a meme stock, because a lot of people get the misconception that because it's a meme stock, that means it's not really a good stock, it's the meme, and no, that's nonsense. AMC may be a meme stock also, however, it's still a very well-known company. So I don't know where people get this misconception from that it's only going up because of popularity. That doesn't make any sense. It's a movie theater. Movie theaters are now open. Movies are coming out, so people are going to the movie theater, myself included. So I don't know where people are getting this whole idea that it's a meme stock and that's it. So it's just all hype. Don't get me wrong. There's gonna be some hype in just about any stock that you go into, unless you get in there first before anybody is talking about it. But chances are there's gonna be some type of hype behind whatever stock you get into. That's just how it is. I wanted to just talk about that for a second. Also, I want to address the idea of day trading. A lot of people are under the assumption that you can either be a long-term investor or a day trader. That's also nonsense. I just want to break that down and call it for what it is. That type of mindset, you're limiting yourself. And you don't have to, because there's so many different platforms now that you can do both. This week alone, I did both. My regular portfolio, I have a long-term investment into AMC. So that was that. But because it was shooting up so much this week, I also day traded AMC on like 1 or 2 days. I day traded. I said, why not? I made money both ways. The day trade and then the regular long term, because it shot up so much. Another thing too, I always talk about this, entry points. Entry points is important. It's very important. It's probably one of the most important things when it comes to investing, is knowing your entry points. Because with that being said, let's talk about Friday. Let's talk about Friday for AMC, for example. AMC started off up 37%. By the end of Friday, by the time it closed, AMC was down under negative 1%. So what does that mean? That means if you jumped in Friday morning to day trade, or just thinking that, all these people are talking about they're making all this money off of AMC this week, now you jump in over the hype and not paying attention to the stock or whatever, just the hype, which a lot of people have been doing recently. You lost a lot of money. Oh, I'm not going to say a lot of money. It depends on what you put in, but you've lost money. If you jumped in on Friday, just because you saw it at 37%, that's how it started off. It dropped down. So when it dropped down, you automatically lost money. And it's unfortunate, but this is what happens. Even with Dogecoin. When Dogecoin shot up and it was 40 cents, 50 cents, 60 cents, 70 cents, people was just jumping in because it was the hype. Chances are when you see a lot of people, especially on YouTube, I'm on YouTube too, talking about stocks and currencies and stuff like that, but when you see people on YouTube and everyone is talking about the same thing, chances are it's already too late. You might have to wait. I'm just saying, do your own due diligence, of course, but chances are you already missed the rocket ship this time, because the rocket ship always reloads, so it's always different entry points. So like, for example, Dogecoin right now is hovering around 29-30 cents. This is probably around this entry level now, because it's, the next rocket ship, it might take back off and go back up to that 40, 50, 60, 70, hopefully even 80, 90 to $1, hopefully. And then it might have the correction. What I mean by correction is you have the hype where people jump in, people day trade, people just hop in because people are talking about it, and it's not actually progressing or really producing extra money. It's just off a hype. When the correction comes back and the correction rolls over, when the hedge funds, they sell and stuff like that to get their profits and to basically bring it down to the level it's supposed to really be at. Let's say it's worth, a company is worth $5 a share, and over the hype it becomes $10 or $15 a share, and now when it starts to get back down to the correction hits, it might lose some profit. It might shoot back down to 6, 7, 8, a share. That's what the correction is. So you have these stocks and cryptocurrencies that just blow up out of nowhere, and it's crazy. Like, it'll be a crazy time period, and then all of a sudden you see a massive drop, and then it's also reversed. You have companies that get bad publicity that will lose 30% in a day, and then throughout the week you'll see it kind of gain it back up most of the time. It depends. If it's just publicity and they lost money off of that, then that's different. But if it's actually business and that's what they're losing off of, then that's a little bit different. So that's little stuff like that you have to pay attention to and really invest and see what's going on. Or you can comment on any of my videos, or just hit me up directly and tell me about it, and I'll do the research and I'll send you the articles and I'll show you this is what I've seen, and I'll give you my ideas on it, my thoughts, and I'll tell you what I would do. And certain ones that some of you guys come to me on, I actually have invested in. So like I said, keep it coming. This is stuff that I like to do. I love to invest and I love to do research. I love to learn more. The more that you know, the better, always. Knowledge is power. When it comes to investing, knowledge is dollars. So I want to keep making money. So why not? But that's something I really want to touch base on. Also, an interesting thing that's going on right now, I'm not sure if a lot of you guys are aware, but they're trying to do a petition. They have, I believe, 2 million signatures right now. The petition they're trying to get is for stimulus checks, $2,000 stimulus checks monthly for the United States. $2,000 monthly. Now, unfortunately for me, I probably won't qualify, but it is what it is. I don't really mind, to be honest with you, because I love to see people making money. And to be honest with you, $2,000 a month, if that was to actually really happen, that would mean the stock market is going to be crazy. And with the stock market being crazy, at the end of the day, guess what? I'm still going to make more money. So it doesn't really matter for me anyway. But that's just something that you guys could take a look at too and see what's going on with that, because that could mean a lot of money for you. For all of us, to be honest with you, because when the stimulus goes out, we all seen the stock market gets crazy. It just, the economy, it's just the explosion. A lot of people are worrying. I'm pretty sure the counter suit of why they're probably trying to deny it is because they're going to say inflation. Like, okay, inflation does happen. It's going to happen regardless. Let's be honest. Inflation is a real thing, with or without stimulus. It's always going to be a thing. So they talked about that the dollar lost more value at a more rapid pace than the last year, or whatever the case is. But, so what? At the end of the day, this is a trend that's been happening forever. It goes up and down, but at least this time, we do have more currencies that's really making headway. Cryptocurrency, it's making headway. So as I've seen the inflation for the dollar, I'm seeing more of a boost and interest going into cryptocurrency. So again, that type of investment could be the way to go. For me, I'm investing in cryptocurrency, even though right now, the two that I'm in, they're down, but not for me. For me, I'm still good because I got in when it was much, much lower than what they are now. So, it's not bothering me none. But that's just something that's my take on it. I also want to talk really briefly about long-term investing. I've seen somebody say 6 months to a year is long-term investing, and that's not accurate. That's not accurate at all. I just want to really break down long-term investing. Long-term investing is really 5 years or better. You could possibly get away with, if you want to go 3 years, if you want to say 3 years. Yeah, but really 5 and better. That's really long-term investing. So, you know, be mindful of that. Long-term investing is, you kind of look at a company, or you just look at the economy, or you just look at how the world is starting to shift, and then you say, you know what? I feel like this company will be great for the long hold. Like, let's say SpaceX, right? We know that space exploration is going to be a thing. It's going to be a huge thing. They're already talking about building a space hotel that's going to be ready and open for business in 2027. So, being that we know this, we should automatically think or look more into space exploration. So, any stocks, any companies that's dealing with any type of aspect when it comes to space and just the building up of it, that's something to look into and really invest in. And again, this is a long-term thing, because I just threw out something that they're talking about from 2027. It's 2021, but they already got 27 in their mind already. This is what goes on. And this is where a lot of the money comes in. So you'll have the people that's going to invest into these space exploration companies right now, SpaceX. So you'll see people that's investing into these companies, and then 2027, you're going to see a breakout of new millionaires. It happens all the time. It happened with cryptocurrency. It happened with, stocks. It happened with big tech companies. It also happened last year with the whole electric car companies. Last year, a lot of if you had a company that had anything to do with electric cars, you made money. You invested and you made money. It's dropping down now because now it's kind of hitting the correction, and it's kind of becoming, a regular thing. But that's basically how that plays out, and that's how it goes. Speaking of weed companies, yes, me personally, I also noticed that Sundial Growers actually, it did pretty well this week. It made some profits. It's kind of getting back up there slowly. Nobody's talking about it, and this is what I'm here for. I'm not going to talk about all the stocks and cryptocurrencies that everybody's talking about. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that personally. I'll probably talk about them briefly, but I'm also looking at other things that people aren't talking about. So for me, I love to see things like Kohl's or AMC go up, Uber, Snapchat, all these things I like to see happen now, because I was talking about all of these things over a year ago. So now when I see people, talking about it, going crazy over it, it's just like, I've been talking about this. This is old news to me. And this is my point of what I say, that you don't want to be the guy to jump in on the entry point level when it's already skyrocketing it up. You kind of want to just be in there before that. You want to try to do your research and learn so you can get in before it blows up. You don't want to be the guy that everybody's talking about, I made thousands of dollars, why aren't you in it? And you're like, you know what? You're right. Why am I not in it? And then you jump in, and then guess what? Now that you jump in, it's going down to the decline. So now you're losing money. So you're just looking at it like, damn, maybe I should have jumped in before. And you don't want to be that person to have the should have, could have mindset, because it's easy. It's easy to get that. It's very easy in the stock market to get the I could have, I should have, There's a lot of times even I have the same thing where it's like, I should have did this, or I should have did that better. But at the end of the day, I'm making money, so I don't really care. I also want to say shout out to one of my subscribers, because they subscribed this week and they showed me their portfolio. They was down by $400. And I believe this was on a Tuesday. And I looked at their portfolio, and I like to ask on certain investments, what was the mindset when you got into these investments? I want to know where your mind is at. You know what I'm saying? I want to actually know what was the pattern here. And then from there, I will give you some pointers of what I feel and what I see. And I would say, okay, you can invest into this, or you can invest into that. And this is what I would do. And that's just how I feel. I'm not telling you to do it, but this is what I would do. This is how I go about it. And I show off my portfolio if it's needed. And then we go from there. So I did that, and they asked for advice. they said, what would I do? And I said, you know what, I would pull money out of this. And I was like, I want you to be aware, if you take the money out, you're going to get a loss. You're definitely going to get a loss. And you're going to take that $400 loss, but it's going to be worth it. This is on Tuesday. By Thursday, they had a profit. They said their first profit since they've been investing. This is their first profit. By Friday, they showed me they actually made $1,000. So we're gonna take away the $400. So really, they made $600. They made $1,000, but we have to take out the $400 loss that they had at the beginning of the week, from their portfolio, and they actually made $600. My subscription is only $10. I'm gonna say that again. My subscription is only $10 on my business page. So with that being said, that $10 literally helped get them a growth of $600 in a short week. It's a blessing. It's a blessing to be able to and it really feels good, but it's a blessing to really be able to make money for myself and others and show other people how to do it. It's just a great feeling. There's nothing that beats that. There's nothing that beats that. To be able to have the ability to make money for yourself and others is just an amazing feeling. And I'm glad that they was able to make money. It's a great feeling. I never want to tell somebody to invest in something or give them an idea to invest in something and they lose money. That's why I'm so big on entry points myself. Like, I wouldn't just tell somebody, I wouldn't see a rocket ship on a company shoot up and I tell everybody to just jump into that one. Because if I do that, there's a good chance you could lose money because you're actually missing all the real gains. You're getting in at the end of its gains or in the middle, who knows? But timing the market is not a real thing. You can have an idea of the market, but actually timing the market is not a real thing. Sorry, it's not. So to anybody, any YouTuber, to any investor, to any financial advisor, I'm sorry, I'm going to do financial advisor because I've went through conversations with real financial advisors that, this is their career and this is what they do on paper and stuff like that. I tell people, like, I'm not going to say I'm a financial advisor because I'm not. I just tell people my personal finances and what I'm actually doing. The difference between a lot of financial advisors is a lot of financial advisors talk about things that you can do, but it's not things they're actually doing. So I'm going to say that again. A lot of financial advisors will talk about things that you can do, but it's not things that they're actually doing. How does that even make sense? I don't understand it. But you know what? At the end of the day, it's neither here or there. I just know, for me, the stuff that I'm talking about is stuff that I'm actually doing. So it's not like I'm just freestyling at the top of my head and I'm just saying, you could probably put it here, but no. I'm telling you, look, I put my money in this, I'm looking at this, I've done that, and I'm working on this, and this is what I'm building up to. And this is what I've learned, this is my experiences, and that's the difference. And I feel like that's what separates me from a lot of these people. Because I'm actually going to break down stocks, credit, cryptocurrency, and now business owning. And hopefully, God willing, at the flow that I'm going at, next year I'll be able to also incorporate real estate, property. That's my next and my final stage. And I'm just going to have all of those all in rotation. Of course, passive income, that's what I've been working on too. And now with my platform, I've learned that I can also incorporate all my subscribers to have a chance to also get monthly income, which is passive income, besides outside of investing. So please, if you're still here watching this video, please hit the like button. Please subscribe. Please share, because I'm trying to get out there as much as I possibly can. I want people to see what's going on. I'm honestly, I can tell you, I'm a regular person. I did not wake up with a trust fund one day with a whole bunch of dollars and just, started freestyling with a whole bunch of financial advisors. I literally did this on my own. Credit scores. I got my credit score to 815 on my own. I did not use any credit repair companies, none of that. And I'm glad I didn't, because I actually learned, I'm going to say, the key points for how my credit works. I'm going to say my credit because everybody's credit situation is also different, because everybody's finances is not the same. But I was able to learn and see how I can help other people, and that's the difference. So again, please subscribe. If you have not subscribed already, please like. Leave something in the comments. If there's any type of stock or cryptocurrency or anything with credit you have any questions on, feel free to contact me. Especially with, anything. Especially with stocks, because I've been giving people reviews for like the last month and a half, and all my reviews I think has been spot on. So I've been getting a whole bunch of great feedback over that. So if there's a company that you're not sure about, you want to find out, but you don't have the time to really invest the time to look and find out the information, just hit me up. This is what I do. This is what I really do. Jumping into finances is my thing. I love it. I love it. That's it. And I have no problem. I'll be up to 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in the morning if I have to, looking at it. And then guess what? I'll take a nap, and then my alarm is set for about 9:20, 9:15, because the stock market opens up at 9:30. So I need to, wake up, get the coal out of my eyes for a second, and then try to dive into a quick little review before the stock market opens to see how I'm going to move. If I'm going to day trade, or if I'm just going to go regular and just, hold, or whatever the case is. Or if I need to move something from one thing to another. So that's just the things that I'm into, and that's what I'm going to keep going with. If you have not subscribed to my OnlyFans, yes, I have OnlyFans, as I've been saying. And again, I thoroughly talk about cryptocurrency, stocks, credit. And this week I'm gonna add business, because I'm also a business owner. So I'm gonna add that too. That I feel like is very concrete, because as you see on my videos here, I really just sit in the car and just, break down information as simple as I possibly can, because I feel like once you get the hang of it, it really does become very simple, and it's actually, to me, it's very fun. So this is fun for me. But on my OnlyFans, I also copy and paste articles, and I break down the articles of what I'm seeing, and then I get to show pictures of my actual stats. So you will see that it's more than me just talking. I'm actually really breaking stuff down. You can ask me any question you want. You can, directly contact me, and it's been very useful for, honestly, I believe, all my subscribers so far. I believe, because I've been getting a lot of positive feedback, a lot of pictures, a lot of videos of people been improving. A lot of people been thanking me, and it's just a great feeling. So I'm gonna keep building. I'm gonna keep going, and honestly, let's all keep building, and let's just get a better financial tomorrow. That's it. That's what the goal is. But you guys take it easy. You guys been great. I'll have another video for you guys shortly. Take it easy.